Hey everyone, welcome back to the AWESMR Pop channel. Oh yeah, we're going to do something crazy again with candy. We're making a foot, and not just any foot, my foot. We'll be using a bunch of Jolly Ranchers. I have 3 5-pound bags of Jolly Ranchers in front of me. That's 360 pieces in one bag. Here's 720. And here's 1,080 pieces of Jolly Ranchers. Oh yeah, we have a lot. Now let's separate the colors. We'll actually use the other Jolly Ranchers for different projects in the future, but today we'll only be using the blue Jolly Ranchers. My foot's not the size of a 50-pound worm, so we don't need that much candy. We'll also be making our own mold using my foot. I know that sounds disgusting, but it's actually pretty cool. Now hang tight for a bit while I remove all these wrappers. Woo! Let's move on to our next step. Alright, so in order to make a foot mold, we had to buy a mold rubber set that's safe for the skin. The set comes with 2 bases, so we just need to mix them together in a container. We got ours from Smooth On, and it's called the Body Double Standard Kit. This starts getting really hard to mix, and it sets really quickly, so we have to be quick. Let's use this tongue depressor to apply the silicone onto my foot. Okay, here we go. This is my first time doing something like this, so I have no idea what I'm doing. But we were told to apply multiple layers onto the foot and make sure that no skin shows. You also want to make this as smooth as possible. If you want to get all the toe details, which I do, you have to get in between the toes too. Oh yeah, and this project can get pretty messy, so be careful. If you're working with carpet, you probably want something on the floor. But if you're on wood, just wait until the silicone dries up and it's easy to clean up. Alright, as you can see, our foot mold is slowly starting to take shape. Right now I'm using the tongue depressor to make sure everything's good, make sure there's no rough spots. Look at that! Now we have to let this dry for about 20 minutes. Okay, after 20 minutes, it seriously feels like I'm wearing a sock. It's not uncomfortable at all. Actually feels like nothing, to be honest. Now we have to reinforce this. Just like the gummy worm, this foot mold won't hold shape if we pour candy into it. So we need to put plaster around it to hold it up. So let's wet this plaster strip and start from the heel. Run it down the bottom of my foot and then end at my toes. And I'll just keep doing this until I get all those areas covered. By the way, this part is really messy, so be careful. Okay, now it's time to reinforce the top of my foot. The sides aren't necessary, so we'll just focus around the middle area. And then we have to wait another 20 minutes. Alright, time flies when you're having fun. But we're finally finished. The plaster pieces are hardened, so now we can take them off. By the way, to take these off easier, I put Vaseline around the toes so that the 2 pieces don't get stuck to each other. You want to put Vaseline around the toes before adding the plaster pieces. Perfect! Now let's take off the rubber mold. Check it out! We did it! Also, my foot is clean. Trust me, I washed my foot before this. Now we can put the plaster pieces back onto the foot mold. See? Now we can pour in as much candy as we want, and it should hold its shape. Now let's go back to our blue Jolly Ranchers. We're just going to slowly melt the Jolly Ranchers until we fill up this saucepan. So hang tight for a bit. Alright, you're probably wondering why it doesn't look as blue as before, and that's because we made a mistake. The Jolly Ranchers caramelized and turned into this greenish blue color. It takes longer, but if you want that Jolly Rancher blue color, you have to melt smaller batches and pour. But no worries, this green color is still pretty cool, so we can still work with this. Let's slowly pour our melted Jolly Ranchers in. Before pouring it to the top, let's do one check. Oh, it's a good thing we checked. There's too much candy near the back, so let's move it to the front. There we go. Alright, one final pour and we should be good. Who's ready to see my beautiful foot? I know the thought is disgusting, but just wait. One more day, because we have to put this in the fridge. Alright, it's time to check out the Jolly Rancher foot. Yes! Take the plaster pieces off. Let's remove the mold. By the way, this is 100% safe, so the foot will be edible. Wow, look at that! Are you kidding me? Check out the details! The toes are the craziest! There are a few holes and we made a few mistakes, but we can correct those in the future. But not bad for our first go. I mean, check out the bottom of my foot! The details are insane! One disgusting thing is, the color that we used makes the bottom of my foot look dirty. But this part will blow your mind. Check out the toes! I mean, you can even see the toenails. I wish we got all the toes separated, but that's just a minor mistake. Alright, I'm doing it. I'm going to lick my own toe. Oh! Now I'm going to bite it. Oh! Okay, while I was doing this, I thought my teeth would break, so I stopped. Now do you want to see me put my foot inside my mouth? Oh! I don't know if I should be impressed with myself or ashamed. Alright, we didn't know what else to do with this, so we're just gonna break my foot with the hammer. So if my big toe ever came off, here's how it would look. By the way, my foot tasted just like a Jolly Rancher's, so it was pretty amazing. So yeah, taste-wise, nothing felt off. It just tasted like a normal candy. Don't these look pretty cool? They look like emeralds. Hopefully everyone was more impressed than disgusted. But if you were disgusted, I am truly sorry, because you may see more disgusting things in the future. Stay tuned for our next project. Well, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to click that subscribe button for more awesome videos. See ya!